empowering an individual, but empowering a woman empowers an entire generation. Women are known for delivering multiple roles effortlessly per day, thus they are considered as the backbone of every society. Next we can see the impacts of women empowerment. Economic growth. When women are empowered economically, they contribute to household incomes and overall economic growth. Next, social development. Empowered women become leaders, advocates for change and contribute for the betterment of society. Next comes health and well-being. Empowered women are more likely to have access to health care, resulting in better maternal and child health outcomes. Next comes reduced gender-based violence. Empowered women are more likely to stand up against violence and work towards creating safer communities. Next, political participation. Women empowerment is associated with increased participation in political parties, and this can lead to more balanced and representative decision-making bodies. Next comes the education. Educated women are more likely to pursue higher education, contributing to more skilled and knowledgeable society. Now the next topic is status of women in Indian society. Status in ancient period. During the ancient period, women had high social and religious status. In the Vedic period, women were imparted Vedic education and they used to take part in various religious rites. Women have been highly appreciated in the Atharva Veda. However, there was a gradual decline in female education during the later Vedic period. Now we can see the status of women in medieval period. The condition of women in India came to worst during the Muslim rule. During the medieval period, the system of Parda and Johar were introduced by Muslim and Rajput against women. Next, we can see the status of women in British period. In that time, women were considered as completely inferior to males, having no significance and no personality. They were uneducated and deprived of property rights. They were made to worship their husband as their gods. They were the victims of dowry and sati system. Many social reformers tried to give equal importance to women with respect to men. Therefore, in this period, many legislative enactments were enforced by legislators for the protection of women's life. Act of Sati was abolished in 1829 and Hindu Widow Remarriage Act was introduced in 1856. Now we can see the status of women in modern period. Modern Indian women today occupy high-ranking posts like IAS, IPS, defense services, sports. They have also achieved high fame in the fields of literature, acting, science and technology, and many more. Women empowerment, recent reforms. Now we will see the recent reforms of women empowerment. First, we can see the gender inequality. The statistics provided highlights the urgent need for social reforms to empower women and achieve gender equality. Next, ending child marriage. Efforts should focus on implementing and enforcing laws that set the minimum age for marriage, promoting girls' education and raising awareness about the harmful consequences of early marriage. Next, political empowerment. Encouraging political parties to nominate more women candidates, providing leadership training various are essential steps towards achieving equal representation in parliament and local governments. Next, economic empowerment. Government and business should promote equal pay for equal work and establish maternity leave and child care policies. Next, land rights. Government should enact and enforce legislation to ensure equal access to land, property rights and inheritance laws. Next, sexual and reproductive health rights. Investment in healthcare infrastructure will reduce unintended pregnancies and empower women to make informed choices about their bodies and futures. Next, implemented recent reforms to protect women's rights in the last 10 years. Criminal law, that is Nirbhaya Act 2013. The government has established this law or this Nirbhaya Fund to support women's safety and empowerment. The fund has been used for women's lives and improve infrastructure for women's safety. Next, Maternal Benefit Act 2017. This act provides maternity leave period for women in organized sector from 12 weeks to 26 weeks. Next, Sexual Harassment of Women at Workplace Act 2013. This act mandates the establishment of internal committees in workplaces to address complaints of sexual harassment and ensure safe working environment for women. Next, the Protection of Children from Sexual Offence Act 2019. This act strengthens the protection of children from sexual offences. Next, the Muslim Women Act 2019. This act provides legal protection to Muslim women against instant triple talaq among Muslim men in India. It protects the rights of Muslim women and ensures gender equality. Apart from this, we can see various schemes were being introduced here, like Beti Bachao and Beti Padhao. This scheme is used to stop the drop in child-sex ratio, thus improving the women's status in the country. Next, Pradhan Mantri Ujala Yojana. This scheme empowers women by providing a financial support of rupees 1,600 for each LPG connection to the BPL household. Next comes the Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana. It is a conditional cash transfer scheme for pregnant and lactating women of 19 years of age or above for the first live birth. Next comes the Mahilayen Haq. It is an initiative for meeting aspirations and needs of women entrepreneurs. Then we can see the child. Here in this image we can see the first female IPS officer of India, Dr. Kiran Bedi, and the first women President of India, Mrs. Pratibha Patil. And many several schemes are shown here. Comes the conclusion. Despite of women empowerment in modern India, still women are deprived of decision making, freedom of movement, access to education, access to employment, exposure to media. In order to achieve this women empowerment, there should be establishment of self-help groups, Anganwadis, government